Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How's your day, guys? I hope you're in a good condition. So let us show our PPT. Yeah, we are from group 7. We would like to present about standards testing. Next. Okay, the first material we would like delivered by Nadhira, Aulia, Intan, Putri. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Najmy. So, every educated person has at some point been touched if not deeply affected by a standardized test. For almost a century, school, university, business, and governments have looked to standardized measures for economical, reliable, and valid assessment of those who would enter, continue, or exit their institution. So, what is standardization? A good standardized test is the product of through process of empirical research and development. The criteria in large-scale standardized tests are designed to apply to a broad band of competencies that are usually not exclusive to one particular curriculum. College entrance exams, such as the Scholastic Aptitude Test or SAT, are part of the educational experience of many high school seniors seeking further education. Sorry. Many people are under the incorrect impression that all standardized tests consist of items that have determined responses presented in a multiple choice format. They are all standardized because they specify a set of competencies or standards for a given domain. Standards are equally involved in certain human scored tests of oral production and writing, such as the test of spoken English. Next slide, please. Okay. Here are the advantage and disadvantage of standardized tests. For the advantage, the first one is a ready-made previously validated product that frees the teacher from having to spend hours creating tests. And scoring producers are streamlined for either scannable computerized scoring or hand scoring with a whole transcript for fast turnaround time. And for this disadvantage, the first one is inappropriate use of such tests. For example, using an overall proficiency as an achievement test simply because of the confidence of the standardization. And the second one, the potential misunderstanding of the difference between direct and indirect testing. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Nadhira, who has delivered the material about standards, definition of standard test. So the next one, developing a standard test will delivered by me. Okay, for a better or worse, standard and testing is a part of educational experience of most students and teachers. The purpose here is not to attack or defend their use. Instead, in this course, we'll look at how standard tests are developed. There are primarily about 5 steps in developing standard tests. These steps are, the first one is determine on the goals. The second is develop the specification. The third is create and evaluate test item. The fourth, determine scoring and reporting. And the last one is continue further development. Okay, determinant goals. The goals of standards tests are similar to the purpose statement of a research paper, in that the determinant score of the test by scope. It is mean what the test will and perhaps will not to do. This is important in terms of setting direction for the rest of project. For example, the tuple purpose is to evaluate English proficiency. This means that the tuple does not deal with science, math, or other subject. This seems silly for many, but this purpose make it clear what the tuple is about. Okay, the second one is develop the specification. Specification have to do with the structure of the text. For example, a text can have multiple choice, short answer, essay, fill in the blank, and the other. The structure of the test need to be determined in order to decide what types of item to create. Most standards tests are primarily multiple choice. This is due to the clip on which the tests are given. However, some language tests are included in writing component as well now. Okay, the third one is create test item. Once the structure is set, it is now necessary to develop the actual item for the test. This includes a lot of item respond to theory or IRT and the use of statistic. There is also need to ensure that the item measure the actual contours of subject domain. For example, the tuple must be sure that is really measuring language skill. That is done through consulting expert as well as statistical analysis to know for certain they are measuring English proficiency. The items come from a bank and are state and rested. Okay, the fourth, determinant scoring and reporting. The scoring and reporting need to be considered. How many points is each item worth? What is the weight of the one section of the test? Is the term nor reference or creation of preparation? How many people will mark each test? These are some of the questions to consider. The scoring and reporting matter a great deal because the score can affect a person's life significantly. Therefore, this effect of standard test is treated with great care. Okay, the last one is further development. A completed standard test need to be constantly reevaluated. The idea and the theories in a body of knowledge change frequently, and this need to be taken into action as the test goes forward. For example, the SIT, or you can say SAT, over the years has changed the point value of their test as well as a writing component. This was done in creation to concern about the test. So the conclusion is The concept behind developing the standard test can be useful for even teacher making their own assessment. There is no need to follow this process as rigorously. However, familiarity with this great format can help guide assessment development for many different situations. I mean, this for me. I mean, the next one or the next material will delivered by time is yours. Mia.
Baik, thank you Nazmi. Well, di sini standard language test. Jadi ujian kemahiran bahasa. Jadi di sini test of language proficiency purpose competencies that comprise overall language ability. Kompetensi spesifik yang meliputi kemampuan bahasa secara keseluruhan. Jadi tesnya di sini itu tes di mana tesnya itu merupakan mengetes kemampuan bahasa kita secara keseluruhan. Contohnya tadi seperti tes TOEFL. And another definition is just by the active association mentioned earlier. Text abilities and more unitary view of proficiency in describing four levels. Ini ada 4 level, yaitu yang pertama level superior, terus advanced, intermediate, and obvious, atau bisa disebut basic atau pemula. Oke, I think enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Mia who has delivered the material. So the next material will delivered by Muhamad Rafii. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Najmy. And next is for standardized language proficiency test. There are 4 commercially produced standardized tests of English language proficiency, such as TOEFL, MILEB, and IELTS, and TOEIC. Okay, so the first is TOEFL. As you can see, the producer of TOEFL is Educational Test Service, or ETS. And TOEFL tests are designed to help students understand and communicate effectively and in a university setting or environment. TOEFL tests are usually 3-4 hours long and have an optional 10 minutes break in between and organized in 4 parts. That is listening comprehension, grammar structure, and written expression, reading comprehension, and writing. And TOEFL tests are predominantly designed for students who wish to study abroad. And next is MILEB. MILEB, produced by English Language Institute or University of Michigan. The Michigan English Language Assessment Battery, or MILEB, is an advanced level English language proficiency exam offered by the University of Michigan's English Language Institute. According to University of Michigan's English Language Institute, the MILEB is ideally suited for non-native English-speaking students who are applying for higher education programs in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, or any other situation where English is language of instruction. And MILEB consists of 3 sections and 1 optional. Section 1 is a 30-minute of essay. It's written on assigned topic. Section 2 is a 25 minutes multiple choice listening comprehension test. And section 3 is 100 item, and 75 minutes, multiple choice test containing grammar, close reading, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. And the last part is oral interview or speaking test that is optional. And the third is IELTS. IELTS produced by jointly managed by the University of Cambridge Local Examination Syndicates or UCIES, the British Council, and IOP Education Australia. The International English Language Testing Systems, or IELTS, is the world's most popular international English language testing system for study, work, and immigration purposes. IELTS results are recognized by more than 1,100 organizations, include educational institution, companies, and professional association, and government. And there are 4 modules, like the others. That is speaking, reading, writing, and listening. In the speaking section, test takers will be asked to speak with an evaluator directly for a duration of 12 until 14 minutes. And participant will be asked several questions about themselves and a topic. The IELTS test can be up to 2 hours, 45 minutes in duration. And the highest score is 9. This means that the person is really competent in all areas. For IELTS scores, a band scale in the range of 6.0 until 6.5 is required for undergraduate programs, and a band scale of 7.0 until 7.5 for postgraduate students. And the last is TOEIC. And TOEIC is a producer by the Kensi Group International, a subsidiary of Educational Testing Service. The TOEIC has become a very widely used international test of English proficiency in workplace settings where English is required for job performance. The content includes many different employment settings such as conference, presentation, sales, ordering, shipping, schedules, reservation, and etc. And the TOEIC test is divided into 2 types, namely the TOEIC is listening and reading test, and the TOEIC speaking and writing test. The TOEIC listening and reading test is divided into 2 sessions. The first session is listening, consists of 100 multiple choice question with a duration of 45 minutes. And the second session is reading, consists of 100 multiple choice also with a duration 75 minutes also. The TOEIC speaking and writing test is also divided into 2 sessions. The first session, speaking, consists of 11 questions with a duration of 20 minutes. And the second writing session consists of 8 questions with a duration of 60 minutes. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the Muhamad Rafii who has already given us the material. So the conclusion, a standard test is any form of the test that requires all tests take to answer the same question, or a selection of a question from common bank of question in the same way, and that is scored in a standard or consistent manner, which make it possible to compare the relative performance of individual student or a group of students.
Your mic is muted. Najmy, sorry, your mic is muted.
Sorry. The conclusion is already so according to what Alpihon side, yeah, standards testing has mutated like a creator in one of those old horror movies to the point that is now trained to swallow or school-wide. So I hope you can understand the material we have explained. And last, we say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Tuh kurang dari 4 menit, Pi.
Stop recordnya.